Here's a shocking reality that most TV executives don't want to admit. Late-night television is bleeding money faster than a punctured balloon, and NBC thinks Jimmy Fallon's cozy relationships with big corporations might be the only lifeline left. While you're scrolling through TikTok or binge-watching Netflix, traditional late-night shows are facing an existential crisis that could reshape American entertainment forever. The numbers don't lie, and they're absolutely brutal. Picture this. NBC's flagship Tonight Show recently transformed into what some critics are calling a corporate playground, when Ford Motor Company essentially took over an entire episode. But here's where it gets controversial. This wasn't just product placement. This was a complete brand takeover that had Fallon filming at Detroit's Opera House, with an audience packed exclusively with Ford employees and business partners. Lisa Matarazzo, Ford's chief marketing officer, describes their collaboration philosophy in terms that might make purists cringe. Our approach centers on storytelling, and Jimmy shares that vision. His creative methods resonate powerfully with audiences. Translation: the line between entertainment and advertising is becoming so blurred that viewers might not even realize they're watching a commercial. But wait, here's the part most people miss about this advertising revolution in late-night TV. The traditional late-night landscape is crumbling beneath our feet, and the financial devastation is staggering. Industry insiders reveal that major advertisers have been pleading with late-night hosts for years to create live commercial segments and product-focused sketches. What's different now is that hosts are no longer just considering these requests. They're embracing them out of sheer survival necessity. The viewing habits of younger audiences have fundamentally shifted the game. Instead of tuning in at scheduled broadcast times, they're consuming late-night content through YouTube clips and social media snippets. This behavioral change has triggered a financial earthquake that's shaking the entire industry to its core. Consider these jaw-dropping statistics that reveal the true scope of the crisis. Back in 2018, advertisers invested approximately $439 million across 5 major late-night programs, spanning CBS, NBC, and ABC networks. Fast forward to 2024, and that investment has plummeted by a devastating 49.8% to just $220.6 million, according to Guidelines Advertising Expenditure Analysis. Here's where the story takes a dramatic turn that nobody saw coming. CBS made headlines earlier this year by announcing their complete withdrawal from the late-night television business. A decision so unprecedented that it sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry. The Paramount-owned network didn't just cancel one struggling show. They systematically dismantled their entire late-night infrastructure. Their 12:30 a.m. program, After Midnight, got the axe when host Taylor Tomlinson chose to return to stand-up comedy, and CBS replaced it with a syndicated comedy roundtable from entrepreneur Byron Allen, a move that actually pays CBS to broadcast the content rather than costing them money. The most shocking development came in July, when CBS announced the cancellation of Late Show, the iconic program originally launched by David Letterman and currently hosted by Stephen Colbert. The twist that left industry veterans speechless. CBS canceled the show despite it holding the #1 position in late-night ratings. This decision perfectly illustrates how ratings success no longer guarantees financial viability in today's fragmented media landscape. And this is the part most people miss about NBC's strategic positioning. While competitors retreat, NBC sees a golden opportunity to capture millions in advertising revenue that's suddenly up for grabs. Colbert's Late Show generated over $57 million in advertising revenue during 2024, with an even higher $61 million in 2023, according to iSpot TV data. Meanwhile, Fallon's Tonight Show consistently outperforms both Colbert and ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live in advertising revenue, pulling in $78 million in 2024 and an impressive $104.7 million in 2023. NBC's investment in late-night programming runs deeper than financial considerations. It's embedded in the network's DNA. The Comcast-owned network literally created the late-night television format, launching Tonight in 1954, followed by Tomorrow with Tom Snyder in 1973, and Late Night featuring David Letterman in 1982. For half a century, NBC has also maintained Saturday Night Live, which remains one of television's most powerful non-sports attractions for the coveted 18 to 49 demographic that advertisers desperately want to reach. Mark Marshall, chairman of Global Advertising and Partnerships at NBC Universal, explains the evolving advertiser mindset. Marketers are actively seeking methods to capture attention and connect with intellectual property that resonates, whether through personalities or programs like Love Island or sports content. When late-night hosts collaborate with advertisers, he emphasizes, the content extends beyond the show itself and appeals to diverse social media audiences. Marketers are specifically looking for anything that can travel with the personality, Marshall reveals. But here's where it gets controversial. How far is too far when it comes to mixing entertainment with advertising? NBC experimented with selective advertiser partnerships during SNL's milestone 50th anniversary season, creating arrangements where executive producer Lorne Michaels, cast members, and writers developed commercials alongside sponsors including Allstate and T-Mobile. Marshall confirms their commitment to expanding these partnerships. We will absolutely continue discovering innovative ways to collaborate with all late-night shows. We're currently in discussions with Seth Meyers and various advertisers as well. Fallon's relationship with Ford exemplifies this new advertising paradigm. Their 5-year partnership has evolved from simple sponsorship to creative collaboration, with Fallon taking increasingly active interest in the content his team produces for the automotive giant. He maintains regular communication with Ford CEO Jim Farley and meets consistently with Ford executives to understand their priority products and initiatives. Their collaborative efforts have produced memorable content pieces, including a video featuring Fallon raising a baby Bronco, and another highlighting the electric F-150 Lightning's front trunk, complete with an original song and music video. When you have a partner genuinely interested in co-creation, explains Matarazzo, the result avoids cookie-cutter approaches. It's not a one-size-fits-all program, and that's precisely what we love about it. However, Marshall warns about the delicate balance required in these advertising alliances. Despite Fallon's successful collaborations with brands like State Farm and Walmart, and his quarterly Ford content creation, NBC cannot oversaturate Tonight with advertising content, regardless of the host's creative investment. Consumers begin tuning out when they encounter the same content repeatedly, he cautions. Fallon's advertising fascination is about to receive unprecedented spotlight through NBC's new reality competition series, On Brand with Jimmy Fallon. Each hour-long episode will showcase the host tackling fresh marketing challenges for clients, including Dunkin' and Captain Morgan, essentially turning advertising creation into entertainment content. The origin of Fallon's Madison Avenue interest remains somewhat mysterious, but industry observers suggest it began during his Tonight Show debut in 2014. During those early weeks, Fallon casually mentioned his interest in purchasing a new truck, which triggered an immediate social media response from Nissan, General Motors, and Ram trucks, all attempting to make sales pitches. Ram went so far as to park a vehicle outside NBC's iconic 30 Rockefeller Center headquarters with signage asking for Fallon's approval. Among those early suitors making their pitch, Ford Motor Company, setting the stage for their current extensive partnership. So here's the million-dollar question that's dividing entertainment industry insiders. Is this evolution of late-night television into advertiser-friendly content a brilliant adaptation to changing viewer habits? Or does it represent the death of authentic comedy and genuine entertainment? What do you think? Are we witnessing the smart evolution of late-night TV? Or are we watching beloved comedy institutions sell their souls to corporate sponsors? Should entertainment prioritize survival over authenticity? Or is there a middle ground that preserves both creativity and financial viability? The future of American late-night television might depend on how audiences answer these questions.